on an all-new Dr. Phil.
I'm doing what my mom says is best for me.
She left her treatment program.
I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help my daughter.
Except what they ask you to do.
That's all I was getting was that it had to be done at home.
You're getting that from Haley, who thinks she's the mother of Jesus.
Now,
there are things you have thought that weren't true.
Are you calling me a liar?
will Haley be going back?
I'm not looking to get locked up again.
You were never locked up.
The backstage drama.
You need to go.
I'm already gone! Move out of my way. I don't care where I'm gonna go. Move! Move! I'm going home, and that's it.
When they let you out, I'll let you come back home.
You won't even let me come home now! Why? Why?
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I'll try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Yesterday, we had one of our most asked about guests back. Her name is Haley, and she believed that she was 9 months pregnant with baby Jesus. Well, it's been 4 months since she was here on my stage, and it's been 2 months since she was released from treatment, and according to Haley, nothing's changed. In fact, Haley says she's even worse than before. Haley says she is still 100% certain that Eminem is her father, but now she also believes that I am her uncle, which makes Robin and I Eminem's parents. She also says she's seeing shadow people, hearing voices, and believes her sister, Adriana, is the devil. Take a look.
There is no what if. I am pregnant. And it is Jesus. I'm 9 months pregnant. My family, my friends, they don't believe that I'm pregnant. That's all you can say. You're not pregnant. You're not pregnant. You're just jealous. I am now days away from giving birth.
She's not pregnant and never has been.
I was sleeping one night and my baby punched the bottom of my stomach and kicked me up. And I can feel his head right here. It's like right below my belly button. I'm a paranoid schizophrenic at that.
She diagnosed herself.
Your mother and sister think you lie. Did you tell people that Eminem is your father?
Yes, I did actually. Oh my gosh, there he is, yeah.
Do you really believe you're...
Oh, I do, yes I do.
You believe he's your father?
Yeah. There's no more discussion of whether I'm pregnant or not. His name's going to be Jesus. I am pregnant, and I'm not going to deny my child. And that's going to be the end of this conversation until I get my ultrasound on stage in front of the world.
Well, Dr. Stewart, she says that she is 9 days away from delivery, which is virtually full term.
It's interesting because, Dr. Phil, the most notable thing on this ultrasound isn't what we see, it's what we don't see. The machine is basically showing your abdomen, and there is no baby.
How do I say this? I am pregnant. I'm not going to deny my baby. Dr. Stewart, you can't lie to Jesus. You can stick me with all the depot shots that you want to, but he is not going to die. And you can stick that little ultrasound.
There's nothing I can say to you other than you are not pregnant.
I know I'm pregnant. I'm not crazy. There will be a delivery. I'm not being hypothetical. I'm not being maybe, like I said, that ultrasound is I'm pregnant. I am not going to die with my baby. My baby is Jesus. But yeah, I will be giving birth.
Haley went straight from the Dr. Phil show to Creative Care for treatment, but it took 2 weeks for her to start complying with medication they were giving her.
I woke up one night and I ran into the bathroom because I thought I was having contractions. And I looked at my stomach and it went completely flat. It made me realize I wasn't actually pregnant and what everyone had been telling me is true. I had a bunch of gas lodged in my stomach and I thought I was pregnant because of it. I didn't give birth. but I felt like I had a miscarriage.
Haley's been home for almost 2 months now. Her irrational thinking is getting more prominent again.
How are you?
My schizophrenia has gotten worse. I can't even sleep anymore.
What's keeping you awake?
I hear voices
What are the voices saying to you?
that Jesus is okay, Jesus is not dead. And then sometimes I hear the voices calling my name.
When you first left Creative Care, you were very forthcoming about the fact that you felt like it helped you greatly.
I don't think it helped at all. It's a waste of my time.
When you were at the treatment facility, you persisted in the belief that you think Eminem is your father. How do you feel about that now today?
I still feel the same way.
You also told them that I was your uncle. Do you think I am now?
Maybe.
Would that make me Eminem's brother?
Would it? That'd probably make you his dad.
His dad?
Yeah.
Well, I have a son that's a musician, but it ain't Slim Shady.
Haley posted on social media a lot while in treatment, and it sounded like her same delusional self.
You say all of your problems are due to her. Why do you say that?
Because she has a huge effect on my social media life.
You need to be monitored. That's
Monitored?
right. Yeah, you do not. You don't need to be on
You're
social
not
media
my
posting.
mom. You said that you were embarrassed of me and that I needed to be monitored.
You did not say she was
I don't need to be monitored. No, I don't.
Haley's family thought she was over the idea of Eminem being her dad, but now she's posting on social media that she wants a DNA test. You posted round 2 in California to do my DNA testing, 28th with Eminem. Stay tuned.
Yep.
That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like you need to have a presence on social media? You just unplug.
We heard from my neighbor that Eminem was supposed to be on the show as a secret guest. And I said maybe that he might be on the show. And that's what my neighbor was telling me and my mom, that you guys were going to call us back and that Eminem was going to be a secret guest on the show.
This is the neighbor that you met with a knife at the door.
Yeah, it is actually.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, I'd hate if they brought you bad news. Why did you do that?
Because he scared me, and my stepdad wasn't home, and he tried to like almost force himself in the house. So I ran and got a butcher's knife. And my entire life I've seen shadow people, but lately it's gotten worse. They have a head and they have hands. They would tell me things like, don't go into that room, there's a bad person in there. And it said my name, Haley, come here. When I start to see the black shadow people, I usually hide under my blanket for comfort. It's overwhelming.
Okay. Now, Haley, you were just talking about some of the things that you're still experiencing, and you want that to stop, correct? And if there's a way for that to stop, then you want it to stop. And when you are on the proper medication at the proper level for the proper duration, where the medication can reach what are called therapeutic levels in your blood, then that gets better, correct?
I've never had it gotten better. Like, they don't go away. The shadows and the voices just don't go away.
They get better?
No, I haven't gotten better. They just stay there. They don't go away.
Okay.
I'm tired of it. They don't go away. I've been through this since I was little bitty.
So you need to continue to work to try to get this under control, right?
Do something, yeah. I can't even sleep anymore.
Right. Are you staying up for long periods of time?
Yeah. Like last night, I didn't get any sleep at all.
What's keeping you awake?
I hear voices, and they don't let me sleep.
What are the voices saying to you?
That Jesus is okay, Jesus is not dead, Jesus is alive. And then sometimes I hear the voices calling my name.
Are you aware that these are voices instead of thoughts?
Yeah, yes.
You say you can actually hear them. Okay.
I need to learn how to manage myself, but I need my mom's help. I don't know how to do it yet. I'm going with my lawyer, what my mom does. I don't know what to say. That's why I have a lawyer. That's why I have my mom as my guardian. They know what's best for me, and I feel like that's what's best for me.
I think that she needs additional care and treatment.
I don't want to go back into treatment.
Okay, I thought you just said you're going to leave this to your mom and what she needs to do.
She even told me that she didn't want me to go back into treatment. She wanted me to go to Dallas and get brain scans. We even came to an agreement that we weren't going to put me back in there. I'm not looking to get locked up again.
You were never locked up.
I'm not looking to go to creative care or anything.
All right. I'm going to excuse Haley and Adriana because I need to find out what's going on in this family. It's not going to change unless I get Mom on board with my plan today. We'll talk to Christy alone after this. You're knitting your brow, and if you want to go into this in grave detail, we can go into it in grave detail.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Well, you're knitting your brow like you want to argue, so let's just get after it, because if you want to argue, then let's argue. And later...
I love you. All you gotta do...
Then listen to me and let me do this too! You have never listened to me!
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
She was on the show in September.
You want to take this outside? Because I think they can bring cameras outside.
You never suspected she'd become one of the biggest memes on the internet.
Catch me outside. How about that? How about that?
Sit down.
Over 95 million views on YouTube.
They never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
And exploding across social media.
Catch me outside.
One local church has gone viral. Church sign reads, "Catch God inside." How about that?
Now, coming Friday, she'll be back on stage.
You want to do it again?
When Haley first came home from treatment, she had no outbursts, no irrational behavior, and no paranoia. A few weeks ago, I took Haley to a psychiatrist to get her meds refilled. They dropped 2 of the meds Creative Care gave her and tried to change her diagnosis. I left thinking I couldn't believe that they were sitting there trying to change Haley's diagnosis after meeting with us for 20 minutes.
When she left Creative Care and came home, you didn't want that to happen.
No, and they were supposed to have a shelter set up for her to go into before when she had left.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you said that, and understand, I've asked you back here because I have a philosophy, and that philosophy is that you never surrender to the disease. So I don't ever quit. So I'm here to hang in there with you.
Thank you.
But to do that, I've got to be completely unvarnished honest with you about everything that I see here. And you just said a really key word for me. You said they were supposed to have her a shelter to go to. And you need to understand, if we're going to do this together, then it's we, it's not they. I've been through your interview and all of this, and I hear an awful lot of criticism.
No, I'm very grateful for
You don't sound grateful from what I'm reading in here of you saying things, and what's more, it seemed like you were not compliant while she was there with their request and afterwards.
Oh, I was. My expectations were higher than what they should have been for the help.
Well, let's talk about that, because there's a prognosis for this kind of thing. If you're dealing with a schizophrenia spectrum, anywhere on this spectrum of schizophrenia, 25% tend to improve within 6 months to 2 years with treatment. Another 35 to 40% after longer-term treatment. 80% of clients relapse within 1 year if their meds are stopped. And the prognosis improves with psychotherapy, meds, family education, and family therapy. So this is a management situation.
Okay.
It's not a cure and fix. That's why I say I don't ever drop my end of the rope. I realize this is a management situation. So talk to me about what you're seeing on the board here versus your expectations.
I guess my expectations were that she would have been there longer, getting more treatment, and that there would have been an aftercare, plan set up when she was discharged, and that there was going to be family counseling while she was there.
Okay, let's talk about that, because that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. All of this was part of the treatment protocol, but she refused to participate in much of that. And one of the things that was noted is that you repeatedly struggled with taking treatment recommendations, primarily in the area of setting up boundaries and talking to her.
I did not call her at all. She called me all the time.
Did you take those calls?
Yes, but I was never told not to take a phone call.
Nobody ever talked to you about setting boundaries concerning your contact with her?
Yes, she did say that at certain points when it was upsetting me about Haley talking about coming home, and she said, let's talk through her, through Annie.
But you kept talking to Haley?
There was two incidences that I did, yes.
And when it came to case management, after the fact, you were not cooperative in that regard either. There was an aftercare program set up. And when that bed filled, nobody told us, nobody told them, and this psychiatrist that you selected to take her to spent 20 minutes with her.
Oh, they spent longer than 20 minutes.
How
but
long?
Within the first, about 45 minutes, almost an hour.
Okay.
But
all right,
within
an hour.
the
You
first
told us 20 minutes.
Within the 20 minutes we were there, they were trying to re-diagnose her, yes.
And changed her medications.
Yes.
And when that happened, she started going back downhill.
Within the, yeah, when...
So we have a treatment team at Creative Care that has spent 60 days living with her and set up a medication regimen.
Yep.
And you take her to someone that spends 20 minutes with her and says, yeah, I'm going to change all that. Well, you're knitting your brow, and if you want to go into this in grave detail, we can go into it in grave detail.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Well, you're knitting your brow like you want to argue, so let's just get after it, because if you want to argue, then let's argue.
No.
Because we spent 2 months working our fingers to the bone, and then you say, well, I thought they were going to have something set up, and I didn't feel like, really?
I tried to encourage Haley on the phone to...
That's not encouragement if the treatment team tells you to zip it and let them handle that. You didn't respect boundaries in interacting with her while she was there.
Well, I didn't see it. I didn't realize, and I didn't see it that way, and I'm sorry. Nothing could be done from Calabasas. It had to be done at home.
Well, you're getting that from Haley.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who thinks she's the mother of Jesus.
I know.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. Is he a gold digger?
I'm allowing her to believe that she's my girlfriend.
Is she a scammer?
Your sister's will says, I, Michelle S. Well, that's you.
That's tomorrow.
Dr. Mannion, how are you?
Hi, Dr. Phil.
You're the clinical director.
I am.
Fill in the blanks here.
Well, I think that Haley did very well with us. But there was still a lot of family discord and chaos and a lot of interaction between you two that was very toxic. And I think the therapist was trying to kind of contain the whole family by allowing her to settle down and giving you some education. I mean, that was really the family therapy, was the education, because we weren't at the place where actual traditional family therapy could take place. It was all about trying to contain her, trying to contain you, and the two of you and your dynamic is pretty toxic.
Okay, and I'll work on that. Whatever you need me, I won't do that.
I need to know that you understand the issue here. Don't just comply because you say, well, okay, I'll agree, fine.
No, I'm not doing it like that. I mean, obviously, I didn't understand that was the biggest issue.
I'm not saying it was the biggest issue. I'm saying the only thing you control is you.
Right.
You don't control her delusions. You don't control, there are a lot of other big issues.
Yeah.
But to the extent that we have family resource here, if she's calling you 4 or 5 times a day, and all this argument is going on about coming home and what's going to happen and all of this, that disrupts the flow, the therapeutic flow, the therapeutic environment in which she's in because of this outside interaction. Y'all are much more patient than I would have been, because I tell you, I would either put her on the curb or her off the phone, one of the two. But I'm reading people, and you seem like you're wanting to argue this or defend it in some way. I don't know. She was not willing to participate in upcoming scheduled family therapy sessions. You made case management goals difficult to achieve because of your constant conflict with her. It created a huge obstacle, which is part of your dynamic with her anyway. And this is part of the education. You have to learn how, wait a minute, I've got to disengage here. I got to unplug. And you want to unplug. I mean, I know you don't want to be involved in this, but she's pulling you in.
I appreciate that it was difficult for you because Haley was really unwilling to be involved with interviews or to talk to people on the phone about getting into places. I mean, she was pretty resistant. And I think that was partly because you had so much interaction and there was so much going on between the two of you that in her mind, she thought if she just got home, you would let her stay.
And I was telling her no.
Yeah.
The whole time.
But the point is, they didn't want you telling her anything. They wanted to be able to work with her without all this outside contact, because that's her old pattern of getting into an argumentative
battle
dynamic with you, and then she gets all agitated, and then it's just virtually impossible to deal with her.
Yeah, I see.
I know we set up a whole year program so that she could get a particular medication that was very expensive, and we actually applied to the manufacturer to do that, and they granted that, and then that medication was changed. And we were actually willing to be involved with our doctor so that the doctor could continue prescribing as long as she went to a doctor that was consulting with our doctor, but that didn't happen.
That's why I hurried up and got a doctor, so she could continue her meds.
But nobody ever called us, and we didn't know the name of the person or anything like that.
All I was getting was that nothing could be done from Calabasas. It had to be done at home.
Well, you're getting that from Haley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who thinks she's the mother of Jesus.
I know.
So that's not a reliable resource, is my point.
I didn't realize I was an obstacle for her. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help my daughter.
Except what they ask you to do.
I thought I was doing what they said, because I did quit talking to her about going home, or quit talking to her about certain things when they asked me to.
Dr. Kaligi.
Yes, I think we like to try again. We like to give her enough. We want to, now that we have created some boundaries for both of them and they understand how important the treatment team's role is, we'd like to offer her another course of treatment. This time, they follow through, they follow up, they take direction, both Haley and her mother.
I simply don't support that unless you clear the fog and understand that this mental illness is not occurring in a vacuum. It's occurring within the family constellation. You may not have caused this, you may not be the source of it, but you are either going to be part of the solution or you're going to be part of the problem. And if you're going to be part of the problem, I cannot allow these people to squander resources on her if you are not going to be compliant with what they say you need to do in order to help your daughter. If they tell you you need to not be on the phone with her, then you need to change your number.
Got it.
If they tell you that they need to coordinate aftercare, if they tell you they need to coordinate intensive outpatient care, if they tell you certain things need to happen, then you either need to decide, I'm going to follow their guidance or I'm going to go do my own thing. But you don't do both. You don't say, okay, I want you to help me. It'd be like me going to a brain surgeon and then holding up a mirror and say, okay, a little to the left, a little to the left. You know, what the hell? You either put yourself in the hands of the people or you don't. But they don't want to do it in spite of you. They want to do it with you. And you have gotten in the way.
When they let you out, I'll let you come back home.
No, you won't! You won't even let me come home now! You won't even let me come home now! Why? 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 I don't want to go back to creative care, but I definitely want to go to PMP. I've been diagnosed with the same thing, and I'm never going to diagnose me with the same thing when I go down there. But I'm not going back to creative care.
Mom, is that true? Are you asking for help? That's what I want to know. Or do you have this covered?
No.
What we'd like to do is have you go back into their care so that they can reinitiate a plan for you. And we're not going to be asking you to go to treatment for another 60 days. We just want you to go back long enough for you to restabilize.
I'm tired of being thrown back and forth like I'm a little bunny beanie bag, and I'm not. I don't want to go, and that's the end of it. I need to be with my mom.
Haley, you need to go. If you don't go, then I'll put your stuff out.
I already did this.
They said it could be less than, it's going to be less than 60 days.
No! I already did this. I'm not doing it again.
Well, then you're going to be homeless.
That is not fair.
No, it's for your best. Get you out of that depression at least.
I agree.
No.
Well, you can fly home by yourself too.
You would never do this to Adriana.
Yes, I would. If I thought she needed it, I would.
You never help me. That's all you ever do is stick me in a treatment program.
I love you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Haley, where are you going to go? Hold on.
Move.
Where are you going to go? I want to know where you're going to go before I...
Move the out of my way. I don't give where I'm going to go. Move.
Where are you going to go?
Move.
Haley, where are you going to...
Shut the up and get the out of my way.
All right, we're going to come into...
I don't give
We're going to come into a choice. We're going to come into a choice situation.
I told you I didn't want to go back, and I'm not doing it.
You need to.
No, I don't.
Haley.
Look at me. Do you think this makes me happy?
No.
They're forcing things on me. I don't want to be happy if I don't want to. It's not going to help me. I've already been there. I've already done it. So don't make me do it again.
You need to. You've been depressed.
Listen to me.
I'm going home, and that's it.
You don't want that, Haley.
I'm not getting put in that spot. I'm not getting put in that spot again. No! No! Yes, it does!
How's it gonna hurt you?
I'm not going back! I've already been through the program.
It won't hurt you to go back and get
I've already been stabilized.
Yes.
No, because you're just gonna kick me back out on the streets again when I get home.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will. You're doing it now.
Well, because you need to go.
I'm already gone.
Go back.
What do I have to do?
Go back and get stabilized.
I've already done it.
When they let you out, I'll let you come back home.
No, you won't. You won't even let me come home now.
That's it.
You won't even let me come home now. Why? Why?
Because you need
Why?
to get help.
I have gotten help. That's all I've ever done for you.
Haley, you need to get more stabilized on your meds.
We've had no problems at the house, and I promise you, if you make me go back, I will have problems with you when I get back. I've been doing so good. I've already done it. If you make me go back, it's gonna f up everything. And you're ruining our relationship because you're not hearing me.
I hear you.
No, you don't.
I hear you.
No, you don't.
Well, she has screamed, knocked over chairs, kicked over plants, and acted like her mom was trying to send her to prison. So will Haley go to treatment again? Find out after the break. Want to know what's coming up on Dr. Phil? Visit our website and subscribe to our email newsletter. You'll get weekly updates, life strategies, and exclusive video that you won't find anywhere else.
Plus, on drphil.com, you can see sneak previews of upcoming shows. Log on today.
I love you. All you gotta do...
Then listen to me and let me do this too. I have a say-so in it too. You don't listen to me. You have never listened to me. And that's not fair. If it was between her, you'd never kicked her out on the street.
The question is, are you...
I've done my time at that f***ing place.
Being like this at my house? No. If you act like this at my house, you won't stay there.
I know, and I've been doing good. I don't need to go back when I've already gone. I'm in a circle again, and I'm not doing it.
You have been doing good, but here lately, you've been showing little bitty signs of yourself rearing up.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have, like being mean to...
I wasn't being mean to...
Hitting on the daggum dog and stuff.
No, I wasn't.
A little attitude showing up here and there. It's just only a matter of time before there's a blow up in the house.
No.
Yes.
No, this is not gonna help me.
Yeah, this is a blow up.
Why do you think?
Because you're not getting your way.
No, that is not true.
Haley, it's not gonna hurt you to go.
No, because I already went. I'm not going back.
For a couple of weeks to get your meds and
No! I already went. I'm not going back.
I'm not going with you.
Why do you think it's so good for you?
Because they can get you back on the meds they had you on and get you stable again. And once you get stable...
I've been stable.
Baby, you have been so depressed. You're not going to be... They didn't say if you stay there that long. They said just long enough to get your meds stable again, get your depression under control.
It's really going to be up to you. We don't want you to leave feeling like you're having a lot of symptoms, hearing voices that are telling you to do things.
It's not going to go away. I have schizophrenia and that's it.
Okay, but it's manageable.
I want a certain time limit. I want 2 weeks and that's it.
Okay, you think you'll be ready to go in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay, let's set that as a plan.
Yeah.
We believe in you, Haley.
Well, that may have been hard to watch, but I have to tell you I was expecting nothing less. Haley's delusional thinking has resurfaced, and she's having trouble listening to reason right now. Her agreeing to go back to creative care for 2 weeks is a great start. I want to thank all of my guests for coming today, and a special thanks to the PMP Center and Dr. Kaligi and Dr. Mannion from Creative Care Calabasas, who is not a rehabilitation center, as Haley keeps screaming about. She's into her delusions, as we said, and this obviously we take very seriously as a mental illness. Hopefully in the 2 weeks that she's agreed to, she can get regulated again and start making some progress. We will continue to follow this story, and of course we'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.